Hey, what's up, everyone out there? Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Addicted Fishing Podcast. We're back in the studio again, like fourth week in a row. We're keeping it consistent, and Cam can't believe it.
I know. Well, truth be told, though, we got one more week in studio, and then the next 2 weeks we're sitting down at the Buoy 10, so enjoy it while it lasts.
That is true. That is true. We're going to have to figure out a way to record them remotely.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
You just come down, hang out, just do it right from the boat while we're fishing. A podcast? The wind would suck, but think about it.
What if we got lav mics?
That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool,
Because then you guys would all listen to just, oh God, there he is! Thank God! Rod creaking in the background.
There's
splashing.
a lot of hunting podcasts that do it. They literally record their podcast while they're out hunting.
Yeah, but out hunting like by the campfire in the evening and you're in the woods and quiet.
These guys are like, all right, I have a mule deer. I swear. I promise. You've never heard those podcasts? Yeah, they do. They're awesome.
Oh, isn't that jank?
Oh my god.
Josh, you got to listen to them. There's some pretty cool ones. Anyway, first off, before we get too off on a tangent, shout out to Nick Wax. Thank you so much for Nick Wax for sponsoring this podcast. We got links down below if you guys want to check it out. If you guys don't know what Nick Wax is, it is a waterproofing restorer material. Allows you to wash your Gore-Tex and keep your waterproof material looking fresh. So check out Nick Wax, link below. Thank you so much for sponsoring the podcast. And now we're going to talk about a place where we need to make sure that our Gore-Tex is nice and fresh. Right?
I was just thinking, I'm like, I probably should do a batch here pretty quick because I got freaking smoked today. And I, being the genius that I did, I left my rain gear at home.
Oh, man. But it was like at 90 degrees, so it didn't matter.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Has it been super warm down at the coast?
It hasn't been super warm. It's been like
I'm just wondering how the
upper
lakes,
60s,
how the lakes,
70s.
dude. I want to go down there and frog it. We got to go down there and do some
it'd be
frogging.
time. I'm sure it'd
go.
be super time.
Yes.
I can't this weekend, but
But we can't talk about bass.
No.
What else is going on?
No, I mean, a lot of things. I mean, obviously, we're just sitting here, like a week out from Buoy 10 and then, 2 weeks out from Buoy 10. But, I mean, honestly, we'd be sitting only 2 days out from Buoy 10.
I know.
Yeah,
Our
right.
normal season.
Right?
Yeah, so.
It's July 29th when we're recording this podcast, and typically the season opens on August 1.
oh my
Yep.
god.
But this year, we're not getting it open until the 14th, which
No.
may not be a bad thing.
No, I don't think it's going to be.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm becoming optimistic. The Marine Area 1's been shut down, so it's not like these fish are
No,
getting
those fish are
harassed.
getting beat up at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're not going to get blasted at all. I've been out doing a ton of bottom fishing and crabbing offshore, and things are looking good. Temps are looking good. We don't have a 66-degree ocean or anything crazy.
Read the other day that tuna are so far out the guys aren't getting them,
Yeah.
which is actually a good thing for us. I mean,
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
We got cold
play me
water.
the tiniest vol. Dude, you guys got big ass boats and 300 gallons of fuel. Go get them.
Yeah.
But
Or
yeah.
wait till
Once we
August.
got good
Mid-August, you can
temps.
have them.
Right. Let us get a good batch of fish just sitting in there. But there's another. But truth be told though, salmon opens up in 2 days. Like I gotta do a couple days more down at the
Salmon
coast,
just above.
above the west end of Puget Island.
Yeah.
And there's been many years where we before we used to run down to Buoy 10 early, we would get limits on August 5th. Up in our neck of the woods. I mean, we're talking 100 miles
Wobblers.
from the ocean. Yeah. So I mean, and this year there's not going to be 1,000. Let me phrase that. This year there's not going to be 10,000 boats wrecking them for those first few days. So honestly, there could be some damn good fishing. I'm planning on coming back on the second and third, and actually I got guys that just want to go for it, and I'm telling them, I'm like, we'll go a little lower in the river maybe than where we're used to, and maybe just right above that boundary area, and shoot, look at the dam count. I mean, there's still
solid.
It's still solid. There's fish in the water, so we're all waiting for Buoy 10 to open, but I think there could be some.
What's
decent
the
fishing.
Upper Columbia temps looking like?
I haven't looked at the. I know the last time I was on the Columbia, which was just like, what were we? Oh, we were bass fishing. I couldn't remember. Yeah, it was 69. So in up above Bonneville in the pool, and that was before we had these couple 100-degree days.
hellacious weather of hot heat.
Yeah.
Blech.
Yeah, I'm venturing to say that they're definitely the temperature's probably getting pretty warm.
Yeah. So we got to be go time. Some of these thermal areas that should be fishing, could be drawing some fish in. Like I said, it won't be, it's not going to be 20,000 fish going by a day, but I mean, shoot, we fish summer Chinook all the time with 1,000 fish going by, and we're.
Well, and that's what people are going to change to anyway as steelhead closes.
Yep.
People are going to start fishing for
August
salmon,
1.
or they're going to go into the tribs.
They're
Yep.
probably gonna fish for salmon. If I didn't have
It's
plans,
been a long
that's
time.
what
We
I'd
used to do it every year.
Yeah.
August 1, we would wobbler fish no matter what. It was like a tradition. And I don't do that anymore for some reason.
Well, I mean, like Charles just like 2 days ago went and caught that just stud wild fish, and guess what? 2 days, he's fair game for bonking.
Yep.
That's the other thing. You know, you don't have to play the one or two fish you might get. They automatically all turn into fall fish on August 1. This little
perfect.
Fish and Wildlife Ferry sprinkles
It's
dust in the
perfect.
water, and they all just boop, they're fall fish now. So, but either way, yeah, they can keep them all. So.
That's right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so that makes it a little more appealing.
Bonk. And so
Instead of-
talk about the river. What opens so from, you said a little above Puget Island all the way to Bonneville, or is it all the way above Bonneville?
No, it's weird. So west end of Puget Island opens up to the Warrior Rock Line 7 days a week, August 1st through 31st. On August 7th to September 6th, Warrior Rock Line to Bonneville is only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the lower part of the river is open 7 days a week and longer, and the upper part and that upper section below Bonneville, let me get it out, is 3 days a week, and it's a shortened season, and it's because of catch rate that we just for some reason we just murk them in that area. But it's like
They slow down or something.
well, I don't know. I think it's because when we're forced to fish that and
Yeah.
everybody goes there, let's be honest, guys.
Yeah, they're managing this so
Right, hold on.
wrong.
Let's be honest with it. Like, not
Put everybody
everybody's
on one baseball field, they're gonna kill more fish.
right. Well, it's not just that, but not everybody's a good fisherman.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna throw that out there. I know it's a shock to everybody because everybody who can put a short buzz 360 flasher and a Brad super bait in the water can catch them, right? No, that's not right.
No.
But the problem is those good anglers that just sit down in the lower stretches of the river until that closes, and it bumps them upriver, and it puts everybody in one pot.
Yeah.
And guess what? When everyone's in one pot, we freaking whack a bunch of fish.
Yeah.
Like they jokingly used to call that section the dead zone for a reason.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like no, and now it has a higher catch rate in that zone than Buoy 10. Isn't that crazy?
Has this always been this season?
No, it hasn't.
Because
this is
when
new.
did this get set?
Because we
when-
used to
when
not be able
this-
to fish below because of the Thule.
No, I'm
counts,
talking
right?
about like
No,
this
no.
year. Has this been the plan this year as always?
Yeah, since North of Falcon. Where have you been, bud?
I don't know. Why is no one talking about that? That is annoying.
Yeah, it's really weird. Well, and like I said, it's just honestly, it's from the advent of 360 flashers.
Okay,
Like,
so say
no
it
one
again.
can argue.
Say it again.
All
What
right.
are we gonna get for our 360 fishery up from Warrior Rock above, like in that area where we love?
Starting August 7th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, only.
It's so weird.
It's in the regs, and I like I said.
What?
Hold on, no.
You thought it was crazy fishing that area before? Are you kidding me?
Well, it's not gonna. Hold on, relax.
But you'll still have
No
Whoa,
one can fish Monday through Thursday.
you'll still
they
have the
only
whole lower
Friday,
river.
Saturday, Sunday.
No, but they still have the lower river, all like below that.
So
section
all
below
those guys
till
that
August
come up-
31st. Do you think I'm fishing the dead zone before August 31st?
No, I don't
course
care
not.
about that though. That's not
Nobody is.
the fun fishing is for freaking
Right, but here's the
September.
kicker. But here's the kicker: on September 23rd, the whole river reopens. Supposedly, if we get our numbers, and then I believe it's all 7 days a week. So when you talk about that September fishing, it's like they gave us what they could until they see upriver bright escapement over Bonneville, and then it's supposedly going to go wide open. Now I believe the run update is going to come somewhere between September 10th and 12th. And I already heard from somebody, I don't know how credible it is or if it's pie in the sky stuff, that we could actually see an earlier opener than that. But that's just what is kind of in the books right now. So yeah, it's going to be like usually I go down this time of year and I put, my boat in the water, usually last week of July, but I'm not going to moor for about another 2 weeks because like I said, I think there could actually be some really viable, good fishing up above that west line to the Warrior Rock line. It's another 60 river miles. So
Yeah, imagine you have 500 summer Chinook going over the dam every day,
right,
along with all those fall Chinook pushing right behind them.
right, and let's be honest, like, okay, the reason why, this is what I don't understand, but we'll talk about this too. The reason why Sorry, guys. I'm actually looking this up because you guys are freaking me out just to make sure.
Well, it seems crazy, but
Right, it does. Well, it does seem crazy
Sure.
because the reason why
anymore.
the reason why they prevented Buoy 10 from opening those 2 weeks earlier is to protect lower river spawning wild tulies.
yeah. So why are they letting us fish
So
down
August
there?
1 through 31st, they're going to truck everybody. They're going to move everybody up into the river, and yeah, there are some tributaries below, but it's like, man, I don't really necessarily agree with that, but it's quite interesting.
If it doesn't make sense nowadays, then that means it. Is
am-
that's what they're doing.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I just can't even.
Well,
I'm so tired of our fisheries, dude. Like, I'm to the point where I'm gonna move
Move where?
Idaho.
Alaska?
to Alaska or somewhere
Okay.
where,
I'd go with you to Alaska. My wife wants to go to Alaska.
dude, it's just ridiculous, and nothing is changing. Nothing is changing. It's just continuing every single year. It's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. They're doing more and more just annoying things. And a lot of things that just do not make sense. I just don't get their logic around a lot of it. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, from West Puget Island upstream to the Lewis River Warrior Rock line, August 1 through 31st. And then it's expected to open September 23rd through December 31st.
Is it like hatchery Chinook
And
only, or
that
like
is every
anything like
single
that?
day. From the Lewis River Warrior Rock line to Bonneville, August 7th through September 6th on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays only. The fishery is expected to reopen 7 days a week on or about September 23rd. So at least when it reopens, it goes to 7 days a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like you
The
have
fishery is expected to open, but
Right,
what'll happen
right.
is like about September 20th, they'll be like, "Oh, yep, nope, can't open it, nope."
But yet, and here's the kicker, boys. Due to all this like COVID and obviously lack of funding that these states are all receiving now, guess what other little hammer dropped when it comes to our fisheries? Washington Department wants to cut $30 million from the hatchery programs.
My God.
Oh, and yet here we are arguing about we need more fish, but yet now they're like, oh, the canary in the coal mine, we better close the old hatcheries because we need some more money. And it's like, I could feel like there's a lot of other things you could probably cut before that. And let's keep in mind, kids, they do have to meet their orca, planting requirements, which are 50 million more fish than what they're doing currently. And yet they want to try to sit there and close more hatchery stuff when we're sitting here talking about these just jank freaking seasons.
So how do we
No
get
sense.
our voice heard on the fact that we do
Right.
not agree with that?
So there's a couple things going on behind the scenes. There's one that got put out. Hatchery Wild Coexist put out a petition, and I know people just like roll their eyes. Oh yeah, it's a freaking petition. But unfortunately, once again, we're in a position where, let's be honest, if the state's going to throw out this $30 billion budget shortfall and lay it on the hatcheries and not anything else. I mean, they have other cuts, but it's almost, I'm going to just get a little teeny bit political, but it's almost like the school teacher thing. It's like the second that one of the states run into any kind of trouble, the first thing they're going to cut is the school teachers or the fire department or the police department because it gets everybody's attention. Like, that's what it does. All of a sudden, everyone goes, well, you can't be doing that. Well, and the same thing's going on right now with the fisheries in state. It's like, well, we're going to be short money. Well, let's close the hatcheries and get everybody up in arms about it. Let's talk about that because people will pay attention to that. Like, heaven forbid you shut down some wolf studies. I mean, I could probably think of a bunch of yard maintenance projects that probably could go by the wayside for the frickin' department too. But regardless, you have...
There's all sorts of idiotic things they're studying. Are you kidding me?
There is. So, yeah, let's just say it. There is.
You've got a whole bunch of dumb science projects going on.
The reality of the situation is when it comes to an actual ROI from the state, the one thing that they do more than that actually gets them any kind of return, whether it be economically to the regions or to the state themselves or to the sportsman's involvement or to license sales, is hatchery fish. And it's like, that's going to be the first thing we're going to cut. 30 million.
The nice part is, though, it's not only going to be sport
Bravo.
fishermen up in arms, it's going to be commercial fishermen up in arms, too.
Commercial fishermen and orcas.
So maybe
let's
that's
talk
good.
about the orca problem. Let's do this, guys. It's just I'm sure NFS is pretty happy about it. I'm sure they're just dancing around. But
bring on the COVID.
Like I said, it's just another bravo WDFW. That's all I gotta say. Bravo. This is another. Anyways, But for what it's worth, something to pay attention to.
So how do people get involved? How do
We're
people
putting a petition out, and here's the thing. I've already talked to a couple of our Southwest Washington legislators. In fact, I was on the phone with one of them walking literally into this podcast. And we're obviously in an election period. And the problem is, right now, a lot of the guys and gals that are working on their campaigns to get reelected, they're going to be focusing on that. Yeah, but they are going to go into session in January. And, this is definitely something that, people could get a little fired up on. And, what I was talking to Dave about is like, we need 100,000 signatures on this from Washington. Like, we do. Like, they need to realize that this is a thing. Like, this is something that people are paying attention to, and maybe it's time for WFW to look further or dig a little deeper, or maybe make some cuts that I mean, one of these days I wish we could like audit them and
where the money
really
goes.
see where a lot of money goes. But regardless, I mean, Bingle Johnson money, I could go on and on, but we're not even going to get into that.
I got an idea. Let's head to the Olympic Mountains. And there's these goats that are there, and what we can do is we can hook them up to helicopters, and we can fly them out of there and move them to somewhere else, and spend millions of dollars.
And then we'll shoot them.
And then when we realize that, we're actually moving a segregated stock of genetics into another area, let's kill them all.
Exactly.
And Oh, my favorite.
You could come up with so many.
Let's
of those
come up with
wolves.
Let's let wolves get out of Yellowstone, get into the state of Idaho, let them infest the state of Idaho so bad to where Idaho will not spend 1 red cent investigating any illegal wolf poaching, killing, or hunting activity, and will sell you a year-round tag for $10 just to get rid of the scourge. But let's move them to Washington, and let's pay a wolf consultant $385,000 a year to be the state's wolf consultant, and the second that's and $10,000 a day for any of her little like meetings that she was doing, and the second the Spokane Review cracked that story, our old director resigns 2 weeks later because of family issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but we need to cut hatchery money. Give it a rest. Excuse me.
Leave.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got off on a tangent. It is 6:36. We need to start wrapping things up, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
But there's some important things. Sometimes,
Yeah,
you guys on
this-
this
sometimes
podcast,
it's just-
we are going to go off on things like this that we feel like need attention and we need your guys' help with.
And to be fair, like I walked in here talking to one of our local legislators, like literally walking in the door, so these guys didn't even know that was coming.
No.
So, a little shock.
Needs to be said.
A little shock and awe.
Needs to be said, and we need your guys' help, and we appreciate it. We see when a lot of times when we ask for your guys' help, you guys are all very quickly to jump on it and give us emails and messages and all that. So thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and let's just, like I said, politics aside, maybe a change will come in November, and maybe at least people will see, maybe pay attention to us a little more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Cool.
Hope so.
All right, everyone, we got to get over to the live feed. Thanks so much for listening to this podcast. We appreciate it. If you guys are liking these, please leave us a review. I've seen that we're getting a ton of downloads, especially on iTunes. So thank you for everyone listening on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all those different platforms. We appreciate it. We hopefully have a lot more of these podcasts.